Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is just a very quick update for our Superpowers fans who previously saw our Wave 12 leaked video. There have been some updates to that lineup, and some of them are pretty interesting and possibly a bit disappointing for folks who don't like to complete their lines or buy every figure in a wave. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out so you can kind of have a better idea what we're going to be talking about in this video. And if you don't want any spoilers for the upcoming James Gunn Superman movie, click off of this video. There are potential spoilers for that movie included within this video as well. The big news is that the Wave 12 lineup is possibly no longer being called Wave 12. There have been some new listings leaked that no longer mention a Wave 12, and the 5 figures of the lineup, which should still be the same. So from what we understand, it is going to be the same 5 figures that we talked about previously, and that's Metamorpho, Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, Ultraman, and Superman. Those same 5 figures should be the same, but it seems that they are no longer going to be sold separately and that it is now going to be sold as a gold label 5-pack. And that may be the reason that it is no longer being called a Wave 12 is because it's falling under now that gold label category, so it's something kind of separate. Now there is still the T-Craft vehicle listed, and the Fortress of Solitude is still listed as a playset for this particular movie tie-in wave. There is also now a Superman robot that is included as part of that Fortress of Solitude. Now we don't know if that is a robot that looks like Superman, so kind of a repainted Superman, or if that's going to be kind of a separate figure that like the Protector robots that you see in the comics and that kind of thing. Probably something along those lines, so we'll have to kind of keep our eyes out for that. So that's pretty cool. You get a little extra accessory in the Fortress of Solitude. Personally, I was kind of hoping it would be Crypto, but a robot is better than, I guess, nothing. So that's something to keep in mind. But yes, it does not seem now that these action figures from this particular movie tie-in wave are going to be sold separately. Of course, that could always change. The listings could maybe have been kind of referring to when you buy the full set, like when you go to Entertainment Earth and order the 6-figure bundle, or McFarlane Toys store with the 4-figure bundle. So they may still be sold separately, but it does not appear so based on the listings that it is only going to be a gold label 5-pack for those figures. So for those of you folks who were hoping to just maybe pick up a Mr. Terrific and skip the potential repaints or some of the characters you're not quite as interested in, sadly that doesn't look like you're going to be able to do that anymore. But of course, we will keep our ears out and see if any of that changes leading up to the date. So when are these going to be available? Well, we don't have any exact dates or anything like that, but it does look like from some of the listings we saw that pre-orders could potentially go up in like May for a July-August release, which would make sense, coincides with the movie's release of July. But those figures could also come out a little bit earlier. So again, nothing set in stone, but I'm thinking we're going to be keeping our eyes on May. So that could be either a May release date where then pre-orders would be a little bit earlier. More likely, I think it will be a May pre-order date where the figures will then be released in July or August. So again, we will be keeping our eyes out. We will definitely be posting updates on our Instagram. So if you're not following us on Instagram, definitely consider doing that, as well as keeping an eye on this channel. If you are not subscribed, we'd certainly appreciate if you did, and definitely give this video a like and drop your comments down below. Now, again, I know this is something that's probably going to be disappointing for so many of you, especially based on the comments that we got in our last video. So many of you were saying, hey, I'm excited about this figure, or I'm excited about that figure, not necessarily all of these other ones. So if you're not a completist and you weren't planning to pick up all of the figures anyway, this might deter you a little bit from getting any of them. So I know a lot of people were very excited about the Fortress of Solitude, depending on how it looks and hoping that it's not the same kind of price range as the recent Joker movie set at $250. that did not go over very well. So we're hoping that that is not the case for the Superpowers playset. I don't think it will be, and I'm pretty sure it will be in a more affordable range. But anything can change, so we will definitely be keeping our eyes out for firm prices, firm release dates, all of that. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe here on YouTube, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.